see if we can get a bigger batch. You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just hit the off button for a second. We're back.
Okay, we're back. I'm going to take some off of here. Another way to do this is to shake the bees into a tray. Ready? I'm going to get one more batch after that. Let's see. Get these back in the right order. This one's on the side. And then this one is over here. And we're going to take some off this frame right here. Pretty docile bees. They seem to be tolerating this torture pretty well. I think if we do one more down here, we'll have enough. We did mark this queen, right?
We did.
That helps. All right, I'm going to get one more batch. Okay. That may not be quite a half a cup, but we're going to go with it. And then what we can do is we can count the bees after we do the roll test, and then count the number of mites and divide it out, and then we'll know what the percentage is. So I'm just going to use some denatured alcohol. You can use any kind of alcohol you want for this. You just have to put enough in here to kind of cover the bees. And this will kill them pretty quickly and wet them down. And we'll roll this for about 2 minutes. And then we'll shake out the mites from that, and many of them will be stuck on the edge of the jar. And then we'll do a second batch of alcohol in there, and then we'll count the bees and divide that by the number of mites we've got. I'm happy to see that I don't see any mites stuck on the side of this jar yet. So if you have more than 3 mites per 100 bees, you need to treat them. If you have less than that, you're probably okay. So, you know, they say 2 minutes for the roll, and that's a pretty long time. It's probably, we're halfway there.
Do you have any bee jokes?
Yeah, I wish I did. This would be the time, wouldn't it? Gosh, we're gonna have work on that. A few bee jokes. I'm liking this. I don't see any mites on the side of the jar.
So they would typically stick to the side
Yeah,
of the
usually
jar.
you see a little speck stuck to the side of the jar. So I'm going to, just to make this more clear than ever, we're going to take a paper towel and put it into my pan here and shake them out onto that, and then add a little more alcohol and roll them a little bit more, and then we'll dump them. But I don't think we're going to have any, and that's great. Oh, there's one. So that's all the bigger the mite is, right there.
Pull it over here. Can y'all see it?
Yep. Boy, they don't like that alcohol.
Right there. Get to the size of my fingernail.
You can also use windshield washer fluid for this instead of alcohol. It's got a little alcohol in it and a little soap, and it still kills the bees and dislodges the mite. It's a lot cheaper and a lot less, I guess, toxic, but the official test is with alcohol, and I thought I would do it that way this first time. I've usually done a sugar roll test, and they're now saying that the sugar test is not very definitive, so we're going over to the alcohol. And I'm going to do that with all of my bees this year, either alcohol or I saw another mite stuck on the side.
2, 3.
Yeah. So we're looking at 3, I'm guessing we've got less than 200 bees in here, so I'm hoping we don't see any more than that. Okay, while I'm, we'll go ahead and count these bees maybe later and let you know, but I'd like to go and do the rest of the stuff in this really quickly and make sure that, I suppose I can do it real quick. 10, 20, 30, 40. We've got about 150 bees in there. So I think with our 3 mites, we're still probably okay and wouldn't need to treat them. We'll check it again in a month, just to be sure. The drone. Just didn't want that to be the queen. That would be really bad.
That would be sad.
We've already requeened this hive once. Okay, so we showed you the beetle trap and how to check it and check it for beetles. And we'll put that back in when we're done. I think I want to, just for fun, I want to pop this off and look in the one below, see how they're doing. We probably could put the 4th super on here. I bet my hands smell like there's a beetle. There's a small hive beetle right there. You see it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna squish it if possible. Whoop, got away. Hopefully they will herd that up and kill him.
Do you only put 1 beetle trap per
Usually
hive?
you put 2 in, but you know, these being only 5-frame hives, I felt like 1 was maybe enough. I might put 2 in. You usually only put them right on the top. Boy, they got lots of pollen in there. They've got a decent amount of brood going on. Once again, I don't feel the need to find this queen. She's laying well, she's got plenty of eggs, there's good brood going on. There's no real urgency to locate that queen and see her. Look at that brood, it's beautiful. So they're going to keep making bees, and population is going to keep growing in here. We've got enough nectar coming in the area that they should be fine. I don't think I'm going to feed them anymore, but I will give them a bit more room. Yeah, they look nice. Look good. There's our last box. We'll put it on. Oh, I am going to do one other thing in terms of small hive beetles. I'm going to smoke this down just a little bit right here. So let's put this beetle trap back in where it was, right in here. And then we'll put the new top in, square up these frames. And we'll put another beetle trap in up above there. Like I said, I use a mixture of vegetable oil with a few drops of vinegar in it, which helps to attract the small hive beetles, and put about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in the bottom of the beetle trap. And we're going to lock the lid down and hang that right in between 2 frames. I'll put this one on this side since the other one was over there. Just drop the lid to my oil jar. Yeah, we'll find it. Okay, I got another secret weapon. This is the latest and greatest thing, which we really don't know how well it works, but I think it works pretty well. These are pieces of Swiffer. And the bees tend to herd the beetles onto there. They get stuck in it. They'll fuzz that all up, and the small hive beetles get stuck in the Swiffer. So you can cut up a Swiffer pad. You want the unscented one. The ones I have got all this fuzz on them. I cut some of that off because when I used them before, the fuzzier it is, the more bees get caught in it. So I've been cutting some of the fuzz off, but we've been experimenting with those and they seem to work pretty well. Put the inner top on. It's a nice little springtail, or 3. Don't need them in there. Come on. Okay. And it's got the vent to the top. And the lid. And this is, now we're getting to the point where the rock or the brick on top is really important to help keep that hive from blowing over or being knocked over by accident. So be sure and get a nice brick, put it on top of your hive. I think that's it for today. We'll report next time about exactly how many bees we had for the percentage of mites, but it looks like it was a little over a little under 3%. Thank you. That's all for today. Bye-bye.